Hey everyone, this is J-Belle and this is Geeky Vices where I talk about the bits of geekdom and pop culture that I've been into lately. So the overall vibe of the show is unrehearsed, unedited, and unhip. I just say I don't care what's the latest, greatest, I'll just go with whatever my random bit of interest lately has been. And also there are some spoilers. I try being spoiler light, but if you want to go in with I don't try running major arcs, but if you do want to go in with completely no bias or prior information, then watch my video after you enjoy the content I talk about. So, anyways, this week I am talking about Naruto, which I've never seen before until recently, and yeah. So, here's the thing. I didn't realize that Shonin Jump was a thing at all. Honestly, the reason I found out about a lot of these animes and mangas being connected is the fact that the significant other showed me a trailer for Jump Force and how I was totally fanboying. I will say I'm feeling fanboying, not fangirling. I was fanboying over the cast of a lot of the characters. I'm like, oh my god, there's the girl, oh god, there's so many of them. There's a bunch of DBZ characters. There was Kenshin. There was so many characters, and there's Ichigo and Rukia. There weren't that many female characters, which is my only thing. But yeah, there's so many animes, and they're such iconic ones. And I'm like, oh okay, I didn't realize that this was all by the same publishing company. So that makes sense. Anyway, so I had to compare Naruto to some of those other ones as I get into this, but I will say it's entertaining, but I'm not 100% sucked in. I feel like some parts of it are just a little bit flat for me. And I know this is practically sacrilege because I know that this is, as far as the different animes go, especially for this, I guess for the Shonen Jump ones, but also just this general, the whatever the genre is, where it's the masculine style anime, where it's I know it's one of the iconic ones. I know that basically I know One Piece, DBZ, Naruto are definitely up there. I know Bleach and Inuyasha are also up there. I think Inuyasha's probably fallen a little bit more by the wayside because it's finally wrapped up. Although I think I remember there was I remember when Hulu was still free. I remember they were saying there was they had Inuyasha and then they had Inuyasha the final season. So I'm assuming it's done, which I do need to get into that because I really enjoy Inuyasha and I love some of the characters in there. Hyala, and I love Sesshomaru. I love Sesshomaru. He's one of my fictional character crushes, along with Sanosuke. So yeah. Anyways, back to Naruto. The concept for people like me who weren't that familiar with it is that there's a couple of different ninja villages in this world, and they're all considered hidden villages. So the main, for instance, there's Hidden in the Mist is in a water area, and Hidden in the Sand is Earth area, and there's supposed to be Hidden in the Clouds, although I haven't seen any of that, but yeah, so there's different ones. The main one that we're dealing with is Hidden in the Leaf, which is supposed to be fire-based. Anyways, years ago, a giant nine-tailed fox spirit attacked. So basically, Kitsune attacked, and the way it was dealt with is that the fourth Hokage, which basically means the most powerful ninja and leader of the Leaf Village specifically. The different leaders of the different villages have a slightly different name, but the Hokage is for the Leaf Village. So the fourth one basically sacrificed his life and sealed the fox spirit by sealing him in the navel of a baby who happens to be Naruto. So Naruto grows up with the fox spirit in him. And the thing is that no one tells him this. It's taboo for anyone to talk about. So his existence saved the village, but people hate him and disparage him because they know he has this cursed creature inside him. And no one tells him why. And he doesn't have a family either. So he grows grows up kind of isolated and becomes a prankster and just wants attention. And he keeps on announcing, I'm gonna be the Hokage someday. Like, that's something that's like a recurring thing. How he's gonna be Hokage because he wants everyone to respect him. So you can tell it's like, I mean, part of it's like he wants to be powerful, but also it's like he wants people to treat him with respect because he's never been given that. So it's just kind of like the lonely poor boy thing. But anyways, like something that, so that's the premise. And yeah, he's one of the people who does really bad in class. And yeah, eventually he gets teamed up with some people. He gets a new sensei, Kikashi sensei, who is actually one of the better characters in my opinion, who is known as the copy ninja because he can copy the jutsu, which is basically like the abilities or attacks, like the special abilities or attacks that people use, which I'm assuming jutsu means chakra-related ones, but I can't 100% say because there's so many different terms, because there's genjutsu and ninjutsu. I know taijutsu is martial arts because there's a character who specifically only does taijutsu, and like and that's a character that I know the significant other really likes, and he is a cool character, but I wouldn't say he's one of the most powerful, though. But anyways, they're put in teams of 3 when they are considered ninjas, when they become the lowest level, the genin. And so his teammates are Sakura, who's a girl who did really good in studies, and she was number 1 in the class as far as like I think the tests, like the academic parts go, and she's really good about controlling her chakra, although she doesn't have that much chakra. And the thing about her is that she's obsessed with Sasuke, who pretty much it seems like most of the girls in the village are obsessed with Sasuke. So the thing with Sasuke is that he is pretty much the golden boy. He's always been everything. He's always been super talented and things as far as like ninja stuff, it's come easy to him. But he has the tragic backstory that his family was slaughtered by his brother, and he's the last member of his clan. He wants to avenge them someday, and he had inherited the special ability called the Sharingan Eye, which I'm not going to go into because honestly I don't care enough to go into it. But basically it lets him like see what jutsus people are doing, and so it basically gives them a lot of powerful insight. But yeah, it's just Sakura I always feels like Sasuke, and I feel like the same with like the main other girl who's really into Sasuke. Like, you know, they like him I think more for the concept of him than who he actually is. Like, he's definitely the archetype of like the cool guy who does really well and it's cool and like is always number 1, and like basically whenever they meet opponents, like he's the one that everyone's impressed with. Like, oh, tell me your name. And when they go into a big tournament for when they're trying to get to the next stage of the ninja leveling, when they do the Chunin exam, like when he's the one that makes all the routes. Like, oh, tell me your name. I'm looking forward to fighting you. So yeah, like everyone, like so he's the one that everyone just assumes is a threat, and no one really thinks much of Naruto, especially since one of his signature moves, especially in the earlier season, is sexy jutsu, where he basically makes himself look like a naked, buxom blonde girl, and basically there's just clouds to cover up the fog to basically cover up all the naughty bits. But yeah, he does that, and he can actually make it. One of the more common abilities is shadow clones, which we basically make duplicates of yourself out of shadows. And when he does it with his sexy jutsu, it's called harem jutsu. So yeah, it's like people don't take him seriously, and it's kind of hard. But he does get a couple solid abilities. But yeah, honestly, at first it feels like the series, like Naruto's not the main character. It feels like Sasuke is. I'm in the middle of, I think it's 5th season. Yeah, because the 5th Hokage's already been established, and the Sound Ninjas have appeared. As I said, I'm trying not to be spoiler. I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but yeah. It seems like it's leading up to major conflict between Sasuke and everyone, and Naruto, and also with Orochimaru is definitely building up. But yeah, sorry. This isn't what, as I said, like the show is entertaining enough. It's just, as I said, like some of the characters just feel flat. The world building I don't care about as much. Although there are a couple of interesting characters. Like one of the characters who really get, like some of the characters I'm just like, like Neji, I'm kind of like, Same with Kiba and Choji, I'm kind of I'm definitely about. Sakura, I think is so bland. Sasuke's a little bit interesting, but I just feel like he's a little bit too perfect. Like it's just all about like how he's perfect, but he has a tragic backstory and how he never respects Naruto. Let's see. I do really like Shikimaru. Like I think he's actually a really interesting concept. I think Rock Lee is interesting. I think Gaara is fascinating, and I'm pretty sure I can't remember who the voice actor is in the English version because I am watching the dub, especially since I'm not giving 100% attention. But I do know it is one of the Critical Role cast members. But yeah, I like Rock Lee's, and his fighting I'm not as impressed, but I like his integrity and the fact that like he's a very good guy. Like the fact that like when he gets knocked out of the fight early on, but Naruto succeeds. Like he's really weird for Naruto because he sees how Naruto's like him, where it's like I'm not a natural prodigy. I gotta work really, really hard to get there. So it's like and like how like Naruto's also like him, where it's like they're both trying to fight for respect. And I do like Rock Lee's relationship with Guy Sensei, although I love Kikashi Sensei. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well, so yeah, Gaara is so interesting. I was hoping to like Tenten. I feel it's potential to her. Like I feel like all the female characters are flat. Hinata, I want to see more of. Like it's just we mostly just seen her and Neji. Like I want to see more, and I'm kind of want to see more about why she's just always has a secret crush on Naruto. And yeah, trying to think. I do like the third Hokage. Orochimaru is an interesting villain. Yeah, I mean those are just some of my overall off the top of my head reactions. I think. Yeah, I think part of it's just like it's interesting. Like it's a quick watch, but like I just said, like it feels like there's not as much depth to it. It's hard for me to explain. Like it's just as I said, like I like this genre. I like some things like Bleach. I'm totally fully engaged with. I think it's so many cool characters. And Yu Yu Hakusho and Genshin, like all these ones, like I'm super engaged. Inuyasha, which actually I think the Inuyasha probably in some ways has like closer, because somewhat of a similar vibe. I don't know why that's more so than some of the other ones. Maybe because like they both feel like they're from the same era, even though I know Inuyasha is older, or at least I'm pretty sure it's older. But yeah, like I said, like Naruto's one of the most. I love foxes, and like I'm usually into the whole Kitsune characters. Like I said, like I love Kiala and Inuyasha. But trying to remember, is Kiala Kitsune? No, sorry, Kiala's not Kitsune. Kiala's Bakaneko, sorry. Fine, I can't remember most of the characters' names in Inuyasha off the top of my head, but it's been probably about a decade since I last watched it, so give me some leeway. But yeah, it just, as I said, some of the characters just feel flat to me, and it's really hard to explain it. It's also like I wish they would show more of the side characters. And this is like for a while, like especially with the first season, honestly, and like in a good portion of the second season, it felt like Naruto wasn't even the main character. Like even though the series is named after him, like it didn't feel like it was about him. So yeah, I do think he does get some cool moves later on. I mean the type of his latest sensei Jiraiya, who he calls Pervy Sage. It's like I talked about Seven Deadly Sins like in my last video, how like that character is like ridiculously over top pervy. Like Jiraiya is like more so the type of pervy I'm used to, where it's like he wants to wait around a hot spring until there's beautiful women. Like he just very much wants to be around beautiful women. I mean it's kind of like Maka's dad in Soul Eater, Deathscythe, aka Spirit, because that's what I remember what Professor Stein called him. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's. Oh, I think also part was like I'm not a big fan of the Naruto archetype of personality. Like it's kind of like how with Soul Eater, I'm not at all into Blackstar. Like I don't like I understand the appreciating the characters that never give up. Like Ichigo, like it's just one of those like super. I appreciate the really resilient characters, and I also appreciate like some of the slightly more innocent ones, like Goku, for instance. but I don't like the just overly boastful, loud personality. And maybe part of it's like the dubbing has very similar voices where they grates on me in the wrong way. But yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna keep watching until whatever's on Netflix is I've gone through. I might try delving into other less legitimate sources for more episodes after that. But yeah, I don't think I would go into the spin-off though. I don't know if I have enough interest to want to watch about Boruto, even though I know he's supposed to be a different enough personality. So we'll see. Anyways, that's it for now. Until next time, enjoy your own geeky vices. Later. Bye. Gonna do the swirly bit until I find the mouse. Bye.